Hello, everybody. How you doing? Just a quick one tonight. I kind of did a big clean of the comic room, started putting some boxes together of things to trade and sell. It's glorious in here now. It feels so much more comfortable. So I sat to uh, have a look through this Prime Cuts issue number 1. Um, we talked about Alec Stevens when we looked at The Sinner and Hardcore from Piranha Press there. When I showed off this, I probably even read his name out loud and it just didn't register. But where is it here? Drew Freeman, da 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 da. There we go. H.P. Lovecraft and Alec Stevens. So I thought we'd look at it because it's black and white work. So this is issue 1 of Prime Cuts. I think from 87. Yeah, March 1987. So Gary Groth has a little bit of an editorial or an introduction here at the beginning. It's his usual kind of Gary Groth. Nothing too surprising, nothing too out of character for him. This paragraph here I thought was pretty good, though. Art is many things, but it is never empty, meaningless, or irrelevant to human lives. Precisely the dominant characteristics of our most popular entertainment forms. In fact, our understanding as to the obligatory nature of culture has become so debased that it's hard to believe that any entertainment could succeed on a vast scale without these very ingredients. We see culture as an amoral instrument of the economy. Surely, one of the reasons for the soulless, escapist nature of American entertainment is that we've been taught to regard art as a commodity, having no more intrinsic moral, spiritual, or aesthetic value than light bulbs or thumbtacks or anything else you could buy at the local hardware store. We've lost all perspective as to the nurturing elements of art. So as a people, we stand polarized between the essential emptiness of our entertainment on the one hand and the desperate reactions to it on the other. You could say that a lot of that is still kind of happening today, especially when you see a lot of talk about people putting up content on their whatever their pages are, music content, video content, whatever. So I thought that paragraph was kind of interesting. Hello, Colin. How are you? The rest of it, like I said, is kind of standard Gary Groth fare. His idea was for this is to kind of like, as usual, try to up the bar a little bit and have some artists creating works that's maybe resonates a little more. It is maybe exploring that kind of artistic nature as opposed to a commodity. So, yeah, did he succeed? I don't know. I mean, this went 5 issues or something like that. So maybe it wasn't the format for him at the end of the day. But I did want to look at, this is Alec Stevens from 1985. So the books we looked at yesterday were from 1991, I think, if I remember correctly. Gore Vidal will know the year. So it's him doing The Outsider, H.P. Lovecraft's The Outsider. And I just thought it would be a good chance, since we looked at his color work, just to see how that translates to black and white, also 6 years earlier. So again, we get some of his like very striking, stark imagery here. I don't know what I prefer. There's some really great stuff in here. Again, just like in the color work, we get this close up on eyes that I think is very powerful. I just love the look of that. Again, it has this real kind of carved out quality to it. I'm not sure if something like this works. The text is I climbed the worn and aged stone stairs till they ceased, and thereafter clung perilously to small footholds leading upward. So I'm assuming that his figure is in here. You can sort of see it here, hands, head, and body. I'm not sure what's going on here. So I don't know if something like this quite nails it for his work, but I do love this image. Again, it has that kind of construction paper cut out using some diptone. And the white spaces. Yeah, the black and white is beautiful. There's no doubt about it. Really, really stark. And again, this kind of lettering just has that kind of hand cut quality to it that I really, really dig. I love this panel up here too, just of the stairways and just that little slit of the moon. He's talking about finding a door and seeing a stairway leading to a window that just is letting in some of the moonlight. So I think this is really nice. Just that sense of like he was only seeing, there was just a small space that he was seeing this moonlight come. Stuff like this is gorgeous as well. Yeah, this one I love. This one, looking at a few times, I'd actually like to try to recreate this one just to see what you can do. You know, I think it's not that, again, not that it's simple, not saying that whatsoever. I just like the image itself, and I'd love to just play around and see what something like that works out like, and just the thought process behind constructing just a panel like this. Yeah, and then a close-up of a mouth here. It feels like it feels like there was more character to facial features in the color books that we looked at, as opposed to his black and white here. But again, we are looking at 6 years earlier. And I mean, look at these grizzled, gnarled hands here. It's great stuff right there. Great. The story is H.P. Lovecraft, whatever. So not much to write home about. And here's kind of our final image. I'll try to bring it a little closer here. There we go. Sitting on the riverbanks, touching glass surface, polished glass. But I mean, look at that face there. Kind of like it without the moon, but it's beautiful. Really beautiful stuff. I had to share that. That's all I really got. I was just sitting and reading this, and because we were talking about Alec Stevens yesterday, and we were talking about what his stuff might look like, black and white, this seemed too good to be true to pop up on the radar in my reading tonight. Thanks very much, Colin, for hanging out. To all of you watching in the future, hope you enjoyed that. Later.